Don't you be looking at me like that. I'll get over here just fine.
Who the fuck are you?
I've aged a little bit since the last time we was on, but it's happy hour at the banter bar, so let's get into it. As you can see, Rayburn was lovely enough to join me again. She looks a little fancy. I'm feeling kind of old tonight, Rayburn.
You look a little old, sir.
Don't drink ghetto pop. Alright, it goes to the age, not even to your head, it goes to everything, alright?
I can see that now.
I sound country tonight, I don't mean to. I got a lovely lineup of different kinds of stuff for you. We got, it's randoms, alright? There's, what are these, seltzers?
It's a new fashion thing that the youngins call seltzers. It's a way that they can drink without feeling bad about their bodies.
There's 100 calories in this.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
I get more of that from stuff I used to do in my younger days. I'm gonna shut up. This is something with the Asians.
Sapporo?
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 Did you know if the preserve is... You know what? We getting ahead of ourselves.
We are. I was just going to let you go. I was told to respect my elders, so I was just going to let you go.
You respect me?
We'll see.
Lord Almighty. First up here is going to be the Rahr and Sons Hellish Lager. Hells or Hellish or something. It's a blonde. We're going to try it out. It's 5%.
How many blonde... Oh, I can pour those for you.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Quit trying to live my life for me.
How many blondes would you say you've had in your younger days?
Beers?
That's not what I meant.
Individually or the number of times I had them?
Individually. I don't need to know about all your conquests.
Oh, that's not as fun. I was with the blonde for a few years.
Yeah.
She wrote it real nice.
Okay, all right.
You know.
All right.
All right then. Shall I read? Or?
No, I'll read. I know you have your reading glasses on. But...
These are not. My vision is perfect as ever it was. These are blue light blocking glasses. Okay.
Okay.
Non-prescription. Ain't got nothing except this purple stuff that blocks my computer screen lights, so my eyes don't get too strained for it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you knew how to use it.
Don't look at me like that. I ain't in a home yet.
All right. Well, what's been your worst sexual experience?
Well, it wasn't no blonde, I can tell you that.
Hell's bells. It wasn't a blonde. All right.
You know, miracle here. I can smell this beer through all the nastiness that has accumulated in my mustache over the years.
Well, you look like you keep it pretty trim and clean, so...
You should see me down low.
Oh.
I'm pretty as ever. It's beautiful.
All right. You can just keep that to yourself.
Okay. This has a lovely smell on the top. I've talked till I'm old in the face about how much I like certain grains. And you know what? This is the first beers we've had all night.
Yes.
Maybe I'm just excited. I'm going to calm it down.
Okay, calm it down. I'm not a fan of this. It almost tastes chemical in a way. That's just me. But then again, I'm not a big hops beer person, so I'm going to...
Don't look at me when you say that mean shit. Right?
I'm going to rate this at about a 3.
I ain't even tasted it yet. It's still smelling.
I would call this downright unpleasant.
For me, it smells like a beautifully made German beer. All right? Maybe late spring or even early spring. You know, you could drink this when it's cold out. It's a year-rounder. Let me see if I can taste it all right. Okay. Well, it is. It's a little disappointing in the taste. Mm-hmm. The smell is great. And that's not usually what you experience in life. You know, usually the smell will put you off and you just leave it alone. It's rare that it smells good and you go to get into it.
Are you talking about the beer or your sexual conquest?
The blondes.
Oh, okay. Well,
I kept the one I liked for a long time because I liked it. Smell, taste, all that.
I think you haven't given her enough time to get rid of you.
Who?
The blonde.
Shit.
Here, I thought that I already was dealing with a geriatric you, and then you aged right before me.
Yeah. I think I've been in this home with these Texans too long. I sound like some country bumpkin, old person. Yeah. It wasn't my usual. It was, I don't know. I was better in my younger days, I guess.
I won't disagree with you.
Still got some sass.
Speaking of sass, what has been your worst sexual experience?
I ain't even rated. Oh, you young people always trying to rush us old folks, all right?
My fault. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I am sorry.
It's just one of my hands that's got to shake.
I can tell. Yes.
The other one's just fine, and I keep it down low.
It's your dominant hand, too, at that.
Oh, that water's pretty good. What'd I think about the beer? I would go with a 5 on it. I could see some people giving it a 6 pretty easy, but a 5. Okay. There's really nothing terrible about it. It just don't stand out too good.
Okay, well, it's better than my 3 rating that I gave it, so look at you.
What?
I gave it a 3.
Okay, what a 3?
The blonde. I gave the blonde a 3.
My blonde?
Not your blonde specifically. This blonde. I gave a 3.
You suspect.
Yeah. It must be my youth.
What's been your worst sexual experience? I'm gonna talk more and more country we go along.
I mean, can I really have this discussion? I haven't lived as much life as you.
It could be a solo experience. Maybe you had a bad rub.
Oh, that has definitely happened.
Well,
I got caught masturbating one time. I'm not going to elaborate as to who caught me, but
that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
I mean, it wasn't great.
Okay.
But I want to hear more about your long life and list.
Oh, assumptions about length here.
Life. Long life.
Oh, shit.
I know in younger years, some things tend to shrink and others tend to extend, and I don't think
shit, mine does both.
Oh, I know. You got...
No, dude. You don't know nothing about this.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like to think or talk about this. I think we had a discussion recently about it. I had a girl come on real strong one night, and she was relentless. And I don't think I knew enough about personal boundaries to say no. So I said yes, and it was horrible.
Did you finish?
I don't think so.
That's a bummer.
I have faked it a number of times, but you didn't hear that from me.
Oh, now I have so many questions, but we're going to move on.
You didn't know men could do that, did you?
Oh, I didn't think men could do that well.
Shit.
So that's all I will say. I'm sure plenty of men have done it, but I never thought that men did it well.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how you fake that, but
it's pretty easy.
I haven't lived enough life.
All right then. So next, I guess.
Yes.
All right then. This is Bud Light Seltzer's seasonal cherry cordial.
Would you like me to pour that?
Why? Why ain't it got no color?
Well, see, Today,
They no motherfucking cherry cordial.
Today, people are starting to realize that a lot of the dyes that come in food and drink are not good for you and are cancer-causing dyes.
I think people just don't like bugs. Because bugs are most of the colors in our foods.
Well, you're okay.
Why wouldn't I be okay?
I thought you were having a stroke. That's my fault.
Are any of y'all having a damn stroke?
Okay. All right. There's no need to get bitter. I'm just gotta care about you. Okay. What's a vacation you would take again in a heartbeat?
Damn. This smells really nice.
I can smell chocolate in it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And
That's really weird.
It's a dessert cherry for sure.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how I feel about the chocolate aspect of it because something like this should not smell like chocolate.
This clear and chocolate, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yours looks like water. Mine still got a little cold bubble on it.
Mine does too.
Okay, I see it now.
Mm-hmm. Focus your specs a little bit. Your blue blockers.
But the taste is like you ever been to that Sonic place? You know, they got kinds of drinks that you could drink, right? They do Coke and other stuff, and they got what's it called? Anyway, they got drinks and all sorts of stuff that comes with cherries in it or on it. And you just, if you was to eat that cherry, that's exactly what this tastes like to me.
You are being very nice. That is exactly a cherry cordial. I know because my mom bought them constantly. That was her favorite thing. And let me tell you, that in a drink with the chocolate undertones, 3.
Really?
I will take Bud Light's other seltzers over this any day.
Just to be combative, I'm gonna give it a 6. I feel pretty good about it.
Okay, well, you feel good about it. I feel you like stirring the pot a little bit here.
Well, shit. You like vacations?
I do. One vacation that I would take again in a heartbeat would probably to go back to Japan.
What's so special about fucking Japan?
I feel like I've been on this show and I've talked about it a little bit more.
Did you go where we dropped that nukes?
No. I did not go to Hiroshima. I went. You have to help me out here. I didn't live through it.
See, I'm old enough to know, but I'm also old enough to forget.
Okay.
See, I have the best of both worlds. I don't know you shit in the way of an answer. Okay. You're supposed to be educated with all my tax money that's going your way.
Okay.
Nagasaki, maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Hiroshima.
All right.
And no, I wasn't. I was in the Shinjuku area, which is the red light district of Tokyo specifically.
Shinjuku. You just making shit up to piss me off right now. That's what
I'm not. But it's just the culture there, the way that people treated each other was very, very nice, and I did not think it would be so easy to adapt to a place like that, and it was very, very easy.
I'm in favor of the Japanese people. You see this? See what this says?
Old lives matter?
That's right.
What is that?
You know where some of the oldest living people in the world is?
I'm guessing Japan.
That's right. Because they know.
Is that why you drop bombs on them?
They know that old lives matter.
Okay. Is that why you drop bombs on them?
Hell no.
Okay.
I didn't drop no bomb.
Okay. I don't know which war you fought in. I'm not going to assume.
I feel like I started out with an actual old man, and I'm just slowly but surely getting more and more lonesome dove happening here.
Yeah, you're very Robert Duvall right now.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I mean, he's right there.
But I will not ask you to cut the cards. I didn't even answer the fucking question.
You go ahead. I'm still pouring.
How are you going to pour a drink and have another question ready to go before I even done giving an answer?
The question. Why don't you give me your glass? I'll pour for you. Come on. Answer the question.
Jesus, she's rushing me.
I'm not rushing you.
That's rush. If you're out there watching this, put it in the comments. She understands. This is rushing an old man, if ever there was one. So this, I can't talk about it. We ain't there yet. Vacation, I would take again in a heartbeat. We drove to Idaho, me and the wife and the boy, and we had the girl. And I think if the girl could go with, that'd be a good vacation. I don't know I'd want to drive that sumbitch again, but it was sure nice taking my time getting up there and enjoying the sights once I was there.
So you want to take the trip to Idaho with the girl?
I want to go with all of them. I want everyone in the world to come with me. Let's all move to Idaho. They don't want us to do that, so let's do it. And we can make Idaho like we want Idaho to be. Because there ain't a bunch of them there. And you see.
We're going to make Idaho great again.
What?
No. Let's go to Idaho.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Confused me.
You want to talk about this?
I was just going to say it's expensive. It's the most costly one at the table. And this one is a damn import.
We haven't gotten there yet. Don't jump the gun.
This is a Weizen Dopplebock Ale. And we didn't talk ABV on this one, but it was 5% as well. This one is 8.2. Now, Weizen is a wheat. Doppelbock is a double, I believe. Could be wrong. Shit knows. I'm old.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, it smells good. It smells like a combination of a really smooth wheat ale with a brown. And that's a big beer, too, so I can drink on it most of the night. If Raven doesn't drink it out from under me.
We'll see. I want to hear more about your blondes that you've had in the past. So I'm going to leave this for you.
Why did that question come up? That ain't one of these questions.
Because you're...
Oh, you was just asking random questions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Shit, I don't know. What's the average percentage of blondes in the population?
I don't know that. That's where your tax-paying dollars are going. I have no idea. Sorry.
If we were to call it a third, it's more than you've had.
Yeah.
Shit. I answered that question.
Thanks
good. I don't care who you are.
Speaking of our next question, what's the best interaction you've had with a celebrity? You get down with much celebrities?
Oh, well, we'll see.
Okay. All right. Way to tease that question.
Yeah. Okay. I know what I'm doing.
All right.
It's not a brown, for one. Maybe an amber. It's got that nice coppery brown note to it, but it's not a brown. It's definitely a Weizen Doppelbock Ale. Exactly what it claims to be is what it is. It's verging on raisin flavor, but it's really good.
I get coffee notes in it too.
Well, that's just weird.
No? Not at all?
I don't pick up no coffee.
Maybe it's because it's brown. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm not an expert when it comes to this line.
Maybe you just put too much sugar and cream and stuff in your coffee and you don't know good tastes when you taste them.
Okay. You drink your coffee black?
I don't drink coffee. I do sometimes. It's decaf. And I do what you do.
And put creamer and sugar in it?
Yeah, but I know I'm an idiot, so I'm not dumb enough to say, hey, this tastes like coffee that I had. It tastes like ice cream down at the ice cream shop.
Coffee milk.
Yeah.
What you make.
Coffee flavored milk.
Milk flavored coffee.
All right, back to the beer. She gets coffee. There's a deep fruit note to that. There's a coppery note to it. It's not off-putting like a lot of them are. Maybe for her it is.
I'm gonna give it a 5. It's not bad, but it's not something that I would gravitate towards if I had a choice.
I don't normally like wheats and doubles, but I appreciate this. It's not overbearing for what it is, and I could drink this entire bottle and be happy.
Which you probably will.
And I'm going to go with a 7. I think 7 is my feelings towards this beer. Not exactly my style, but it's great for what it is. And if that is your style, you probably feel a little better about it.
Okay, so what's the best interaction you've had with a celebrity?
Well, I tell you, I am a celebrity, so probably have to be rubbing it out.
Getting a little bit more in touch with herself.
Literally in touch, yes.
Mm-hmm. A little bit at a time.
I'm kidding, obviously. Best interaction that I personally feel I've had. I went to a talk by a guy I respect who lives in Oklahoma. He's kind of internet celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
He's also an author. I love his work. His name is Seth Andrews. Mm-hmm. And I got to talk to him after the show, got a book signing and all that. And it was nice. I won't bore you people with it. Let's move on to young, exciting Raven here. She's got plenty, no doubt.
Well, believe it or not, my answer will not be as exciting as what you anticipate it to be. But the lead singer of OK Go stood in front of me at a OK Go concert, and they're the guys that ran across the treadmills in that viral YouTube video.
Yeah, they do the weird videos.
Yep.
I know them.
He stood directly in front of me and sang Last Leaf, like looking down at me. That's about the best interaction that I've ever had with a celebrity.
I tell you about the time I got spit on by the guitarist from Wallflowers?
No.
People do that. Musicians do that. They just...
Well, I saw Marilyn Manson do it.
I mean, I think they get hot in the heat and just, they're drinking the water and they don't always, whatever. They don't want to have to pee or flounder or whatever. So I was trying to get to the stage so I could see Jewel. Mm-hmm. Jewel went off, and by the time we made it to the front of the stage, it was Wallflowers, and yeah.
One headlight.
We pushed and pushed to get up there. They do sing One Headlight. That's a really good CD that comes from, though. Mm-hmm. So listen to it, but don't go to the concerts. They'll fucking spit on you.
Don't go to a Manson concert either, because he wasn't hot. He just wanted to spit on people.
Shit, who don't? I don't be spitting on people. I think it's gross, but I know some people who get down like that.
Not me.
Woo! Sorry.
Okay. Did you get a little excited over there?
Maybe. I think I tasted the table more than the beer. Did my beard taste it? No. That ain't even gonna be there for later. I'm gonna have to use my ugly green rag. Is that green?
That's brown.
Brown?
Uh-huh.
Alright. Looks like piss and baby vomit rubbed together.
Alright, so did you say anything about the beer?
It's foreign. I don't know if reserve means that it's... I'm gonna guess it's normal. It was hard as shit to open, but it is a big can at least, so... I would guess if you are... You know what? Read the question.
Okay. Even though you don't believe in it. Which astrological sign would fit you best if yours didn't exist? You
So
wrote
what's-
this question.
So what's left over if yours is gone?
Yeah. What would you pick for yourself?
Forcing a decision of discomfort, some might say.
No, I'm fine. I'm completely comfortable answering this question. You might not be.
You know, I was an astrology fanatic right before I had my conversion to reality.
I mean, you did try to lay every astrological sign there is, but didn't manage to lay a Taurus. So.
You know what? That might be old hat by now. This smells like pennies. And I like it. I like the smell. I don't normally like the smell of pennies, but if I'm drinking beer, it's a
Are you saying
positive.
pennies?
Pennies.
Panties?
Not panties. Pennies. P-E.
I know.
N-I-N. What?
Let's be honest.
About what?
Panties.
What about them?
You like the smell of panties.
I do like the smell of panties.
Okay, well, regardless if it's...
Some panties, not all you dirty motherfucking panties. Some of that should be nasty as...
Pennies or panties, he's into it.
But right now it's pennies. Like the coins. And that is super light, very well malted. I don't know, it just looks like a high quality beer. And I really, excuse me, I guess this one's going to me. This smell is something I'm used to when I'm having sushi. Right? I'm used to getting my miso, and then right alongside it, I've got me like a Tsingtao. This reminds me of a Tsingtao, I think.
I was going to say it was a 6, and I actually kind of thought it was good. I don't have a whole lot to say as far as the type of beer.
We don't do enough justice to this. There's a flavor note on the top I'm never going to be able to place, I don't think. It's not a melon. I want to say it's almost like a fruit note, but that's wrong. Maybe it's not. Think like a real savory pear.
Okay.
A real savory pear and some pennies. And a light, super... The body on this beer is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I could drink this out of a kegger and be good. Would you take me to a kegger?
I would.
Okay. What you got?
Anyway.
You look like you want to say something.
This took a lot of commitment, didn't it?
No.
Okay.
These is my real clothes.
I can tell.
These is my real glasses.
That's your real hair?
Yeah. I like this hat.
That's your real hat? There's
very little eye in the get up here.
Okay.
I'm gray as shit if you haven't noticed. But I mean, I'm going to be honest. All right.
I wish you would.
The mustache, it's a little false.
Oh, okay.
I don't really be growing a mustache. It looks this good.
You can't tell.
Okay.
Oh.
Good.
Which astrological sign would best fit you if yours didn't exist? I would say Leo for me.
Do tell.
I don't know. They're just very, they're very in your face about how they have to remind you that they're a Leo. I'm a Leo. And it's like, I think Leos are in a way like a star of the show. I don't have necessarily aggressive qualities like an Aries or Taurus or Scorpio. And I don't think that I'm as stubborn as like a Capricorn or as manic as a Gemini, but I think a Leo would probably... And I've actually never met a Leo, but the way that everyone else describes them, I would think that it would make the most sense. But astrological man, you tell me, because I'm curious to know. Are you struggling?
No.
You okay?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's up?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you thinking?
About what? Just talking.
What? What would you pick for me, astrological man?
Oh, for you, that's not the question.
Well, you
I've been thinking
acted...
something else.
I know, but you acted like my Leo selection was not something you agree with.
I wanted to hear your explanation. That don't mean the audience needs my explanation too.
What if I want your
You,
explanation?
Leo, is, if ever there was one, just damn. Look at that. You turned the damn question into something about yourself after you already answered it about yourself. I would honestly have to say Cancer.
My dad's a Cancer.
Yeah, so is my mom.
Yeah.
And I'm a sad feeling bastard if ever there was one. I feel it all. I take it all in. I don't let a lot of it show like they do. Not a knock. All right, but and this is just, we're family. All right. I got some of those self-involved tendencies like the rest of you, especially the one sitting next to me. But she ain't a blonde, so we're going to ignore her and move right along. Did I rate that? I did not rate that beer, did I?
I gave it a 6.
You know, I have already poured 2 glasses. And poured me a third. I wiped it up. That's what happened. Thank you.
Welcome.
You know, it's my first time using this rag. I'm pretty proud of myself.
You've done good.
I've been here so many years and ain't had to use it yet.
Do you ever feel like you're going to die at this table?
No.
Maybe you should.
Why? You're about mean. You know that?
So I've been told.
Okay. I mean, that's right there up there with Tsingtao, but it's had a chance to sit warm a little bit, and I still love it. I'm going to 9 on that one. That is a near perfect beer.
Well, hot damn.
I know you don't agree, and I apologize.
I said it was good. I'm not going to take anything away from you. I just didn't expect a 9 out of you.
Like all great things, it took a little time for me to fully appreciate. But you've been here this long. Stay a little longer. Shall we move along down the road?
Sure. Let's talk Plum Conundrum.
Let's do it. First one. Did you pour yet? You ain't poured.
Not yet. If MySpace were still a big thing, would any of your top friends still be the same? Ooh, I like the color.
This is a Prairie artisan beer, which means that it's normally expensive. I do want to know a little bit more about it. And matter of fact, this is an all malt beer. This one I just gave a 9, which makes sense because the maltiness is beautiful. I wanted to tell you the ABV, but the can does not say. It just tells you not to drive a car. So I guess that's all you need to know. Plum Conundrum, on the other hand, this is a sour ale with plum, black currant, and blackberry. It is 5.2% and it smells sour as shit.
Oh.
I would be the first to say we have done a number of sours. This one, it's sour. It is
It's
tart,
like a fucking
tart,
warhead.
tart. Yeah. They definitely went hard, ham, or whatever you young people say. They smashed black currant.
Uh-huh. That is not something I want to be drinking after a long day. I could not have. I couldn't even finish one of these.
Oh, really?
It's so... I don't like warheads.
Oh. Well, we can't all be perfect now, can we?
I guess not.
This pink floof is pretty tasty to me. You pouring it out? Can I get a rating?
3.
3. I want you to imagine, folks, it's out there. Imagine, what's the expensive one? Lindemans?
This is some Sgt. Pepper's cover art.
It looks like Simpsons to me, so.
I mean, it does, but...
It's a combo. A wombo combo.
Plum Conundrum.
Prairie Jumbo.
Okay.
Oh, I love making funny jokes.
Chumbawamba what?
Linda. I don't know what I said now.
Lindemans.
Yeah, Lindemans. Imagine that Lindemans raspberry floof, but you got a super tart sour note on the top.
It's too sour. It's too sour.
I like it. I like it the way I like vinegar, pickle juice stuff.
I like pickle juice.
It's pretty extreme.
It's too extreme.
It's not undrinkable. You drank a little.
I drank one sip of it, and I had no desire to go back for a second because it was so sour.
I will ask to slam this whole can.
You do that.
And be fine.
You do that. If MySpace were still a big thing, would any of your top friends still be the same?
You are not giving me time. I have not rated.
That is your second glass, sir.
So one thing I will say about this is if you don't like salt in particular, this may not be your cup of floof juice because it comes across a bit salty. I like 5.2. It's a little stronger than some of the others. I'm going to go with a 6 on it. I think some people would say a 7 easy.
Okay. Some people would. I'm just not some people.
Are you tired of sitting here with me? You look like you've been too long with the old folks on.
I did just yawn, but it has nothing to do with you.
Alright. Well, okay, what?
If MySpace were still a big thing, would any of your top friends still be the same? Short answer?
From me? Does that mean... Okay, go ahead. Short answer.
No. Because I wasn't with my... Are you counting?
No.
Because I wasn't with my spouse that I'm still with when I had MySpace, so no, probably not.
You really did lose all your friends out of that shit, didn't? Out of just coming of age, huh?
Yeah, like the only people that I have are like I'm still remotely close to are family. And you weren't in my top.
No, of
5.
course I wasn't.
Nobody
thinks about me.
I would consider you in my top 5 now if MySpace were still a thing, but
you know how nice of a person I am.
No,
MySpace used to be you could personalize all your stuff, and so you went to people's profiles to check what was going on in their world, and I would go to people's profiles, and I wouldn't even be in their top. And I'd still hang around and read just to know you better. I wasn't mad. I didn't get mad.
You didn't check out my profile. You're full of shit.
Not you specifically, people.
I don't care about people.
Sure
I care about me.
Lord Almighty, I'm trying to make a bigger point. Short answer. Kind of short. Yes.
Oh, I'd be curious to find out who, but
Most all of them would still be in the top. You know, I mean, even look at the show that we do now. Codes and Holly was there from early days. You know, Toby was probably there quite a bit, even though it's family, so I didn't normally put family in my top friends. But I still feel real good about Dee and Joel and Fro.
okay.
I want to say Billy, but that'll confuse some folks.
Don't forget Masa.
You know. Yeah, I don't know that Masa was on MySpace back in the day.
Huh.
I think reunion type stuff there was Facebook. But some people I felt too much connection to when I shouldn't have. That's a true thing that happens in life. You don't necessarily see people for who they are for a while. And that don't mean that I don't appreciate those people. Because I do. And I hope they're all happy. It's just, they never made me a priority in the end. And I respect it. Okay. But probably didn't belong in my top friends. Well, most of them, yes.
Well, the majority of my top friends were family because I didn't believe in that rule. And then the friends that I did have in school, I'm no longer connected with just because life happens. Doesn't mean I don't wish the best for them in their ventures, but life happens. It gets in the way. People move. People start their own lives, and you lose touch. And that is just fine. We still have a show to do. We have one more.
What happened?
I don't know. You tell me.
Did you say something?
All right. We still have one more. Are you still hanging in with me?
Where am I going?
Okay.
Unless I die, which you seem convinced I'm going to do it.
I mean, you're kind of doing your own thing over there.
Oh, my damn. Are you ready?
I was going to give you a minute.
This is... Look at this can. It says, Wiggity Woo!
It does say Wiggity Woo.
This is a stout. Look.
Oh,
look.
Nasty.
Stout.
Why are you pouring it like that?
What? On a stout, I pour a little heavier than normal because I want to test the head.
Okay.
So this is against the Grains Louisville, Kentucky brewery.
The can is interesting.
This one is the 35K. They got a regretful tattoo. It's literally what it's called.
Pat Pack.
Can you see ABV on there anywhere? Oh, shit. 7?
Where? Yep, 7% alcohol by volume.
48 IBU, is that what this is?
Woo!
Now, this one is a little smellier than I anticipated. It may just be this harsh head I got on top of it, but it's got a raisin smell going. What's our question?
What do you suppose an advanced alien civilization would think about the human species?
On that note, in case I die, to all the wonderful people out there that I've loved, even all the wonderful people I just slept with, thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you more than you know, as does my left hand.
It's the big one. I'm coming,
Heartfelt
Elizabeth.
moment. Yeah, it was. There's chocolate and like a liquory raisin.
I'm not big on the raisin flavor, which I like raisins, but I don't.
I think it's just on the top. I bet you get coffee in the mouth. Yep. It's not super sweet. There's a lot of dark rye bread to this. It's a chocolate bread though. It's good. I will, if it helps you, this is not my favorite stout I've had in my entire life. I don't think it's worth pouring out. Actually, the more I'm sitting here with it, the better it's tasting.
2. We have established in the past that I am not a stout or like an IPA sort of person.
This has I would say, equal parts. It's very minimal in the flavor itself, but equal parts raisin and what's that? Oatmeal. Those two things put together.
I love oatmeal and raisin.
Yeah, but then way over the top of it, you get like this super dark, rich chocolate, and I don't know. I'm a fan.
Okay.
You know, I'm not in love.
Wiggity woo.
But wiggity woo.
Wiggity woo. We're putting in a swimming pool. And then if there's enough left over, we're going to fly you all down here to help us dedicate it. This is not your typical Jelly of the Month Club milk stout. This stout is silky, smooth, and sweet. And it's worth the $35K. But you can only have a little because the rest is ours. That's what it said on the can.
I mean, here's the thing. It feels run-of-the-mill. But at the same time, it has a great aftertaste, in my opinion. And I would have to say, in all honesty, it's probably going to hit about a 6. I feel kind of like a broken record, but...
Is that what they used back then?
Broken records?
In your time?
What's my time? I'm still alive. Why are you trying to kill me off all the time?
Yeah, but
still here.
You're not in your prime.
Says who? That blonde could walk through the door, and the hurt I would put on that trim, you don't have any idea.
You're right, I don't. And I don't want to know. What do you suppose an advanced alien civilization would think about the human species?
I'm going to think about that in a minute because I wanted to say, the only thing this beer has going against it, really, especially since it sat over there and warmed like it did, it's the smell. I mean, it smells like some raisins, you know, like chocolatey raisins, blended up and watered and cooked, and it just... But the taste is not that. The taste is just pretty on point.
I would think that you would be tired of raisins.
I like me some raisins. They're good in trail mix. I like them in trail mix right there with candy corn.
But don't they make up like 70% of your diet now?
Raisins?
Uh-huh.
No. You're thinking of prunes. And no, that don't make up 70% of my motherfucking diet. I just have to eat 1 or 2 every day to stay regular.
Okay. You know,
quit trying to know what old people go through before they go through it, because you don't know.
They have Activia for that, right?
Yeah, probiotics. Mm-hmm. I got them pills.
Good gut.
It ain't nothing like some prunes.
Okay, all right. I'll quit talking about things I don't know about.
Alien civilization.
Mm-hmm.
I rated that, right?
Yeah, you gave it a 6.
Yeah, sounds about right. Great flavor, just don't smell it. Alien civilization, I think, would probably think that we are We know how to be violent. We don't know how to be violent where it matters.
Okay.
I'm not inciting riot here. I'm not. I'm just saying, to reference, I think it's Bill Burr again. If everyone in the world just decided we weren't going to fight these wars, there'd be peace. And next time two rich bastards wanted to fucking go at each other, you let them get out there and go at each other. They're not going to do it ever, and we'll have peace. Okay. I think the problem is we get rolled. We get rolled when people want to slowly but surely take what's good about our lives away for one thing or another. Workers just don't know how to get together. We get separated on who uses what bathroom and, who feels morally superior. I work, you work, and the rich people that take all the money off the top, they don't work. They don't do shit. They probably pay someone to move a bunch of money around all the time just to make them richer. And that's what we work for. Automation has taken so many jobs at the workplace. You're talking generation upon generation of humans that have strived to make it so that the next generation has it easier and does not have to worry about what we had to worry about. But we work harder, we produce more, even if it's meaningless, than the rest of them.
My answer was going to be a simpler version of that. I would think that the alien civilization would think that we are vastly skewed in our priorities, and that we can't set aside our personal differences for the sake of the progression as humanity, and I think it vastly sets us back. So I think that civilization would necessarily see that we're stupid, but our priorities are very misdirected as a civilization.
Shows like South Park are not popular because people love the state of the world. They're popular because we have lost most of our power, and some of us, the only thing we can do is laugh about it. Because what else are you going to do? That sounds defeatist, and I'm not a defeatist person, but you still got to get your laughs in daily, This went to a negative place in the end for me, and I did not mean for that to be the case. I've lived a long, happy life, full of blondes. This one was not my favorite by far.
Full of beers.
Water.
A little bit of whiskey.
What would you rate water?
Water's always up there. There's nothing that my body craves more than water.
I call bullshit.
No,
There's
it's true.
a word that starts with D and ends with K that she craves much more than agua.
I do not want to sit at my desk all day.
You think you clever as shit, don't you? Okay, so are you ready to finish this?
Yes.
In true banter bar fashion?
Yes, I am ready to finish this.
Okay.
Whatever this is.
What's wrong with this?
Wrap it up. You got to get back to the home.
I've been waiting on this all week. Here you come. I thought you was loving life today. You ain't loving nothing. Okay. So you got to mix too. What you mixing? And this is actually a really tough choice for me. Not that anyone cares what old gray balls thinks, but
gray balls?
Old gray balls. They ain't just gray, they's old. Because I know you young people out there like to dye gray. That's fashionable. Some of them do. Don't look at me like that. You know what happens.
Dye your hair gray?
Yeah.
I actually really want to do that, but it
See?
would ruin my hair. It's cute.
I wanted to do that shit when I was young. And then before I was done being young, I was gray. What'd you mix?
I mixed the Plum Conundrum and
Which you
this
hated.
Sapporo.
Which you hated.
Yeah, but I think less. Like,
Less
this is
sour.
so concentrated sour. I think a little of it with this.
Did it work?
It's good. It's definitely better than this.
I'm going to take the old...
Blonde.
See, I'm torn. There's so many decisions you can make here. You could make something gross. You could make something better.
I tried to do something good.
All right, good. What?
I feel like I took the best option with these two.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I think this might be unheard of, but I'm on suicide in true fashion. I'm going to mix a little bit of everything. Just to know what the spit bucket would taste like.
That is a heavy pour.
You are yawning.
No, I wasn't yawning. It was the thought of you mixing every one of them that visibly made me gag under my breath.
Look how pretty that is. And then I gotta... Oh, it's still kind of nice.
This is about to fuck it up.
No, I don't. Stouts are...
It looks like...
People think it's going to ruin everything.
It looks like week old piss.
Does it?
Yeah. Pissing in the same bowl every day.
It's a very confused scent. Okay. Tastes like a beer mixed with a wine. That's kind of solid. Very, very light chocolate notes and like a light beer. There's a little bit of sour to it.
What would you rate it?
Oh, shit. I'd go a solid 6 on that.
It's good?
Try it.
No.
You want some whiskey? You do want some whiskey. This night's going to be interesting. We're going to sit outside and get whiskey drunk.
I would give this a 6 as well. It's good.
Anyway, this brings to a close my shenanigans with Rayburn that have made me old before my time. As a night with Rayburn will do. Especially when you run a podcast with her as well. Thanks to no one for joining in on these shenanigans. I'm just kidding. I hit people out of nowhere and didn't let nobody...
Will you quit?
Oh, come on.
Will you quit apologizing?
I can't.
It was a funny joke.
Okay. So help us keep that combo going in the comments. And we will see you next time for another round at...
The Banter Bar.
Farewell, beer snobs.
I'll just leave you a little sip in case you want to go back.
I appreciate the sip. I think I could drink quite a bit of this.
I just want to see how it feels in my mouth.
I guess we'll see you next time.
On the Banter Bar.